Hello friends. Welcome back to the channel. I want you to slow down for a moment and really settle into this video, because what we are about to talk about today is not just about English as a language, but about how confidence is created, how presence is felt, and why some people sound powerful even when they use very ordinary words. This channel exists for people who are tired of feeling small while speaking, who are tired of knowing English but still feeling unsure, and who want to communicate in a way that feels natural, calm, and respected. If you have ever felt that your English sounds correct but still does not feel strong, or that you understand everything but hesitate when it is time to speak, then today's video is meant for you. Before we go any further, let me say this clearly. If your goal is to improve your English in a way that actually changes how people respond to you, not just how your sentences look on paper, then make sure you subscribe to this channel. Like this video so it reaches people who quietly struggle with confidence but never talk about it openly. Now let us truly begin. Most people believe that powerful English means advanced English. They believe that confidence comes from using long words, complex sentences, and sophisticated grammar structures, and that if they speak in a simple way, others might think they are weak, uneducated, or less intelligent. This belief is so deeply rooted that we rarely question it. Somewhere along the way, English stopped being a tool for communication and slowly became a performance. Instead of asking, "Am I being understood?" people started asking, "Do I sound smart enough?" And this is where confidence quietly begins to disappear. Because the moment language becomes about impressing others, fear enters the mind. Fear of making mistakes, fear of being judged, fear of sounding foolish, fear of not being good enough. And that fear leaks into your voice, your pauses, your body language, and even your facial expressions. This is why so many people who technically know English still feel uncomfortable speaking it. Where the problem really starts. This problem does not begin in adulthood. It begins in childhood. From a very young age, we are trained to believe that difficulty equals intelligence. In classrooms, students who use complex vocabulary are praised, even when their ideas are unclear. Marks are awarded for grammar rules and sentence structure, not for clarity of thought or ease of understanding. Slowly, without realizing it, we start associating intelligence with complexity. So when we grow up and start using English in real-life situations, interviews, meetings, or conversations, we carry this belief with us. We feel pressure to sound advanced, even when simple words would communicate our thoughts better. This is where English becomes heavy instead of freeing. The invisible mental pressure while speaking. When you try to speak advanced English, a silent struggle begins inside your head. You are translating thoughts from your native language. You are checking grammar rules. You are searching for the right word. You are trying to remember whether a sentence sounds formal enough. All of this happens while you are still speaking. This mental overload does not remain hidden. It affects your rhythm. It affects your tone. It affects your confidence. Even if your grammar is correct, people can feel that something is off. They sense effort instead of ease. And effort never feels powerful. Why simple English calms your mind? Simple English removes this mental noise. When you choose familiar words and natural sentence structures, your brain does not have to fight itself. You are not multitasking. You are not correcting yourself mid-sentence. You are not performing. You are simply expressing a thought. This simplicity creates mental calm, and calmness is the foundation of confidence. When your mind is calm, your voice naturally slows down. Your pauses feel intentional instead of awkward. Your sentences flow without force. People do not just hear confidence in such moments. They feel it. The difference between speaking and owning a language. Many people speak English. Very few people own it. Speaking English means following rules. Owning English means feeling comfortable inside it. Simple English helps you own the language because it removes fear. It allows you to stay present instead of being trapped inside your head. And presence is power. Why advanced English often backfires. Advanced English is not wrong, but when it is forced, it weakens your message. When you use words you are not fully comfortable with, your delivery becomes cautious. You hesitate. You second-guess yourself. You lose rhythm. The listener may not consciously understand what is happening, but subconsciously they feel uncertainty. Powerful communication should feel effortless, even if it is not. When English sounds like hard work, it loses authority. Clarity versus complexity. Clarity creates trust. Complexity creates distance. When someone speaks clearly, we feel that they know what they are talking about. When someone speaks in complicated language, we are never fully sure whether they are confident or simply hiding behind words. This is why the most influential speakers deliberately simplify their language. They understand that communication is not about showing how much you know. It is about making sure others understand what you mean. The psychology behind simple language. The human brain loves simplicity. Simple language feels safe. It feels familiar. It feels honest. When language is simple, the brain does not resist it. It absorbs it naturally. When language is complex, the brain becomes alert and defensive. It starts filtering instead of listening. This is why simple English feels more powerful. It enters the mind without resistance. Why simple English sounds more honest. Simple English sounds like real thoughts spoken aloud. It feels spontaneous, natural, and human. Advanced English often sounds prepared and rehearsed. It feels distant. People trust voices that sound real more than voices that sound polished. And trust is the foundation of influence. The emotional weight of simple sentences. Emotion does not live in complicated structures. Emotion lives in clarity, rhythm, and pauses. A simple sentence spoken with sincerity carries more weight than a long explanation filled with impressive words. Simple sentences reach the heart faster, and communication that reaches the heart always feels powerful. Why simple English makes you memorable. One of the most overlooked aspects of powerful communication is memorability. People often believe that if they use advanced words, others will remember them as intelligent or impressive, but in reality, the human brain does not work that way. The brain remembers clarity, not complexity, and it remembers how a conversation made it feel, not how sophisticated the vocabulary sounded. Think about the conversations that stayed with you for years. They were not filled with complicated sentences or rare words. They were simple, clear, and emotionally resonant. The speaker said something ordinary in a way that felt deeply true. Simple English creates that effect because it allows meaning to land without friction. When people do not have to mentally decode your words, they are free to absorb your message. That absorption is what makes communication memorable. Advanced English often fades because the listener remembers the effort, not the idea. Why authority is built through simplicity. Authority is not created by sounding superior. It is created by sounding certain. When someone speaks in simple English with calmness and clarity, it creates the impression that they understand their subject deeply enough to explain it without hiding behind complex language. This is why experts who truly know their field often speak more simply than beginners. Beginners try to prove their intelligence. Experts focus on clarity. Simple English signals confidence because it suggests that the speaker does not need validation. They are not trying to impress. They are simply stating what they know. That quiet certainty feels powerful. Why simple English commands attention. Attention is fragile. People are constantly distracted, mentally overloaded, and emotionally tired. In such a world, complicated language feels heavy. Simple English respects the listener's attention. It does not demand extra effort. It flows naturally. When people do not feel mentally exhausted while listening to you, they stay present longer. When they stay present, your words carry more weight. Powerful communication is not about forcing attention. It is about making attention easy. The difference between sounding smart and sounding trustworthy. Sounding smart and sounding trustworthy are not the same thing. In fact, they often work against each other. Advanced language can sometimes create doubt, especially when the listener feels that the speaker is trying too hard. Simple language, on the other hand, creates transparency. When you speak simply, people feel that you have nothing to hide. They feel that you are being honest. They feel that you are confident enough to speak plainly. Trust grows in that space. And trust is far more powerful than admiration. Why simple English makes you feel more like yourself. Many people feel like they become a different person when they speak English. More tense, more formal, less expressive. Simple English brings you back to yourself. It allows your personality to show. It allows your emotions to come through. It allows your natural rhythm to return. And when you sound like yourself, confidence feels natural instead of forced. The long-term effect of choosing simplicity. When you consistently choose simple English, something powerful happens over time. Your fear reduces. Your confidence stabilizes. Your communication becomes effortless. You stop preparing sentences in advance. You stop rehearsing conversations in your head. You stop judging yourself while speaking. English stops feeling like a challenge and starts feeling like a companion. Why simple English is more respected than advanced English. Respect does not come from difficulty. It comes from clarity and certainty. When you speak simply, people feel that you understand yourself and your message deeply. That understanding earns respect. Advanced English may impress for a moment. Simple English earns long-term respect. The final truth about powerful communication. Powerful communication is not about words. It is about energy. Simple English carries calm energy. Advanced English often carries tension. People respond to energy before they respond to language. When your energy is calm and clear, your words feel powerful, no matter how simple they are. If there is one thing I want you to remember after watching this entire video, let it be this. Simple English is not weak English. It is confident English. It is mature English. It is powerful English. You do not need complex words to sound intelligent. You need clarity to sound confident. The strongest speakers in the world do not hide behind vocabulary. They stand firmly behind meaning. So, the next time you speak English, do not ask yourself how advanced your words sound. Ask yourself how clear your message is, because clarity creates calm. Calm creates confidence, and confidence is the real power. If this video helped you change how you see English, like it, share it. Subscribe to the channel for more content that builds real confidence, not artificial fluency. Thank you for staying till the end. I will see you in the next video.